notice the very that it shows us, see, or whatever they show on the screen, but there's your banner. So what is going to happen next? Did I not stop that correctly? There we go. Okay. So obviously I would have to go back and edit my banner, but it's going to prompt you for a new enable secret. And notice this, it's got to be at least 6 characters. That is an auto secure setting as well. So I'm going to put CCNA twice. And the enable password has not yet been configured. It's less than the minimum number of characters configured. So, because it's all kind of crammed together, it says enable password is not configured or its length is less than the minimum number. So I'm going to put CCNP for that twice. It's really hard not to hit it there after the first CCNP. Now it's going to ask you configuration of local user database. You know, so it's like, okay, Chris and Brant and Brant. And now you'll notice it's saying configuring AAA local authentication, configuring console, aux, and VTY lines for local authentication, exec timeout and transport, securing a device against login attacks, and now you've got to configure the following parameters. And at this point, you know what this is like, of course, this is like setup mode, right? And at this point, you're thinking, maybe I needed to read a little more, or maybe I don't want to do this right now, or maybe this is going to take longer than I thought. So you better know how to get out of it, and it is Control-C. That should sound familiar as well. That's also hidden here in all of this font and type. Here we go. At any prompt, you can always use iOS help, but use Control-C to abort this session at any prompt. And that's just going to... But a couple things here. We looked at some of the services that are being turned on and off. Always watch that with the no and the not having a no in front of it. Notice now, security passwords minimum length 6. Let's see, your timestamps have been turned on. There's your logging, trap debugging, your lock of facility. You can see all of this being applied to all of your interfaces. So there's a lot going on with this. So you've just got to be careful and make absolutely sure this is really what you want to do, especially with no interact. But it can be a handy tool in the right hands, but do your homework first. And that is it for this particular bonus lab. Hope you enjoyed that look at AutoSecure. This I mentioned several times in another video. You know, you're playing the odds. Basically, it's what you're doing with network security, putting the odds in your favor as much as you possibly can. Well, here is Cisco, and they've got a product called AutoSecure, and they're telling you right up front, AutoSecure configuration enhances the security of the router, but it will not make it absolutely resistant to all security attacks. So again, we're playing the odds. We've got, let's see what it mentions here also. I'll bring that back down and see the first prompt I was given. AutoSecure will modify the configuration of your device. Naturally, all config changes will be shown. Now, it does mention for a detailed explanation of how the configuration changes enhance security and any possible side effects.